Oh,
when you have
no.
like the entire map, when you're like almost done exploring the full map, hunting down the rares, and then the UI shows up and it points out where all the rares are, and the last rare on your map remaining is going to be like 2 feet outside of the fog of war that you didn't explore, to the one corner that you didn't fully go in. And you'll be like, oh no, I gotta go all the way back.
Wait, but it shows you after a time?
Once there's 200 monsters left, all the rares show up on the map.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's very good.
Your
Yeah,
gosh.
sure enough, here it is. Stairs.
I'm just exploring the Alice, Mick.
I'm burning to death.
Was that like Mario if he were to fall down like 2 steps? He's just like, he's not distressed fully.
Yeah. Is Mario waking up from the dream where you're falling?
Him waking up at the end of Mario 2.
Is the new Mario and Luigi game good?
I've heard mixed things. I've heard it's both a travesty, and I've heard that if you enjoy Mario and Luigi, it's a good game, but it's specifically for people who are like Mario and Luigi enjoyers. Which I feel is exactly the case when like Bowser's Inside Story came out. A lot of people were like, you know, probably the best in the franchise, but if you're not a Mario and Luigi fan, it's not for you.
Welcome.
I'll also say Bowser's Inside Story is not the best in the franchise. That's a spicy take, I know.
Curl your flesh.
Dream Team is also not the best in the franchise, and that's also a spicy take because those are two of people's favorites. I'm just glad I could help Shino unlock the Land Before Time memory. That is a good feeling when you're like, especially when it's not expected and all of a sudden you're just like sent back to the past. Sorry. When he chains those, oh my god. Touch of coal, touch of coal, touch of coal pack. I'm like, man, I get it.
These runes.
I get
He
it.
wants to touch
I can
Coldpack.
make out symbols for blood and offering. Wait, no. It's
Oh,
not
but just
blood
cut your hand
offering,
already.
it's
Also,
someone
I
else's
expected
vile blood.
Doriani to like actually say something different, like at the start of sending us back. Instead, it's literally just nothing has changed at all.
Give it time.
This is truly something.
I mean, I'm sure the end will change. It'll probably be the seed instead of Doriani himself. Oh, that's why you were
Probably.
saying I have more areas than I usually would have on the first run through.
Encampment?
I can't believe you would just encourage Alva to make a blood sacrifice.
The entire time.
It's all blood. It's good stuff.
I mean,
How incredible.
How incredible. Apparently this incredible.
when I'm not playing the game and I'm like actively thinking about like changes I would make to the game, things I'm excited for coming up, and like mechanics from PoE 1 that I hope don't end up coming over, or mechanics that I just don't
What is-
ever think will come over.
Portal to the Black Chamber's Flaming Ape.
Hello.
Oh, that's you. What?
That's
What?
my Black Chamber portal.
Why can I go to your Black Chambers? If I
You're
go in here, will
probably
it
you've
skip?
probably been in my instance the entire time since we were in the party together.
Oh.
So you're probably exploring my campaign.
Wait, but it's not finished, so why is the portal open? If I go in this, will I skip all the way to the end of the game?
Probably.
Should I?
I mean, you'll miss out on the 2 passive points from the heart sacrifice.
Oh, you're totally right. No, we gotta go. We gotta go.
and also the Napawatsi fight.
I don't think she gives anything but loot, though, right?
She gives story, Mahdi.
Oh.
You know what else she gives? Touch of coal peck.
She does give me the joy of watching Alva get punched in the face.
There they are.
What is this anti-Alva march that you're on now? I thought you were an Alva enjoyer.
I am. Although that's not back in the game yet, right? Okay.
But she's like one of the main characters in this one. I think that's settled. I think that's fine enough.
No, she doesn't let me go back in time to the first Thanksgiving.
What do you mean? You're literally back in time.
Yeah, but I'm not building my own cool temple.
And it was her that allowed it to happen because she sacrificed her blood to make the door portal happen. It doesn't make sense, sir. This guy doesn't let me go back in time as he just cheered her on to slice her damn hand open to go back in the past. I think Incursion is going to be, I think I'm with Wallace. I started out thinking that it wouldn't fit very well. But now, like, after seeing the changes to Breach and how they adjusted the mobs, I think Incursion and its mob density will actually function kind of really nicely. There are boss fights that I want to come into the game, because I think an updated modern combat version of that, a modern combat version of some of the, like a Katarina fight would be cool, but I desperately hope that Betrayal doesn't come. Desperately.
Hey, let's see if she kills me.
Halt! Your
Dude, I love my Shovel Knight build.
Don't worry.
Shovel Knight.
I can solve this.
That's my build is inspired by Shovel Knight. I scoop the ground, everything dies in front of me. If someone gets close to me, I whack them on the head like a black grandma hitting someone with a wet towel. Let them know I'm disappointed.
Bring her to Doriani. As for you, I will pay back every drop of Val blood you have spilled.
I can't let you take Miss Valai.
Shovel Knight build. I scoop the enemies into heaven. Storm Wave. It goes hard. Especially with Tri-Elemental. If you go into Tri-Ele and you just stack elemental multipliers on top of each other. Ooh. Had to find a way to make lightning work, because I love lightning and pen is not the way. Oh my god, this guy almost one-shot me. He's the last mob on the map. Kill him. Kill him quickly. He's a Shroud Walker. I don't like Shroud Walkers because they just teleport to my feet.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
So, is there a way to dodge that?
You just gotta iframe the big cascade that goes from side to side.
Yeah. You just have to iframe it because there's no actual spacing.
You have to run at the attack and roll and use the first half of your roll, because they're only at its widest it's 3 wide, which is enough for you to gives you plenty of cushion to get through.
Okay, so I basically have to like line up between 2 sets of the 3, probably at the far side, and try to roll from the late one to the next.
And I think it's 5 waves of like mini attacks, and then it does the cascade, and you just have to watch which side the cascade starts from and start your running. You run at the wave and then roll through it. It's all pretty much just like paying attention to which side it's going to come from. Because if you roll with the grain, you're done though. Because your iframe will end by the time you're still in it. And it's just all chaos and fizz.
Okay, or we just out DPS her before she can even do it.
Yes, you could also just base skip her. Now don't pull a me, get super excited, stop, put the keyboard down, and die to the ads. Touch of cold pack.
Touch of cold pack.
I want to just GGJ. Let me 3-1 my lesser jeweler orbs. I have so many lesser jeweler orbs now, man.
You would be able to get 6 links really early if that was the case.
I know, but like the perfected jeweler's orbs just don't exist. That's the problem. It's the problem. Can I pick up another unique? It's still in the map. Gotta go back in. Hold on a second. Kizuli. Speaking of Touch of Kolpek, disenchant my items. Man goes from being like screaming about Kolpek the whole time and bombing you with fire to being a vendor. I love it. La Steppe. Tier 3 dual string bow. Might just alchemy that and see if it becomes very good. 'Cause that's the one that gives you +1 arrow, right, on attack?
Yeah.
T8 dexterity roll. That's a little... That's not bad. That's bad. It could have been anything. Trench Timber Spiked Club, one-handed minion mace.
Ooh.
What an interesting item. I mean, it looks pretty dope. Has almost nothing on it that is... It's 11 to 22 fizz, which is pretty nice, but it's a low fizz item. 20% increased attack speed. +2 to all minion. Increases in reductions to minion attack. It's got the ancestral aid on it. Increases in reductions to minion attack speed effective.
Oh.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Wow. Area contains 14 additional packs of plagued monsters, and they have 57% more life. Well, you're a tier 3 bow, so you can only roll tier 3 and up. I'm going to transmute you. Oh my god, tier 8 fizz flat. I'm gonna regal you. Wait, no, it can still roll tier 2 unit? They rolled a tier 2 life on hit.
That's odd.
That's not how you're supposed to work. 19 life per kill. Tier 2 cold damage. Tier 5 lightning damage. I mean, level 59 bow. You know what? I'm gonna throw that in projects. Could probably sell it for, 20 or 30 exalts, but I don't want to sell the thingies. Demon Springs.
Here, my...
What's your cold resistance at?
Mine? 62.
Yeah. I was watching those Eye of Winters hit you, and I was like, he's not taking that much damage. Getting hit a little bit, not nearly as bad as when I first went through Uzal and I had like 5 cold res. Eye of Winter was just chainsaw to me.
There's the heart.
This thing's
Hooray.
still beating.
I just, on the lookout for fine belts. But I am not finding clean finds. I think that is going to be my base type for belts.
Dodge this!
Where is the way out of here?
And I think the reason why a fine belt would be my preferred belt type is because using a fine belt would allow you to not be forced to have your flask be charges per second, and you could go for like seething and amount recovered or something. Because the fine belt gives you charges per second. Equate. Now, Valhualti is not. I don't think Delve is coming back, but I want my bosses. I want Valhualti. I'm really happy I dropped that crossbow because I think you're gonna murder Toriani.
Oh, probably. No, this crossbow
Isn't it?
is.
That bow's like what, 200 to 350 or something?
Yep.
Is it?
I think that's exactly right. Oh no, 119 to 3. Yeah, the 119.
But I mean,
to 350,
that
but-
with the frag rounds is probably just like insane.
Oh yeah. It is.
And bleed.
very-
I forgot the magnitude of bleed as well. If you got mag nodes, it's like the initial hit is what develops the dot.
Exactly.
So I kind of want you to go into the Doriani fight, just shoot him once, activate the bleed, and just see how big the dot is. Because unique mobs show you your like damage per second above their health bar. I just want to see like in Act 6 how strong is your bleed actually. Because you don't have all the bleed nodes yet, do you?
I have all the bleed nodes near me, I think.
Okay. Is that a rare waystone?
That was.
Okay, you know, Naughty Luck doesn't exist. I'm saying it now. I've not dropped a naturally rare waystone.
Well, it's probably going to be the only one I ever get, and it'll be a tier 1.
So I mean that's a free alchemy.
Ooh, better than coin.
Alchemy is expensive.
Also, yes. Very much. Come on. I gotta get out of here. I gotta go fast.
As long as you travel just to like the upper right is where Napawatsi's gonna be.
Alright, we already killed Napawatsi, but yeah.
I mean, Agarat, there it is.
Oh, yeah. And then I gotta go find a sacrifice altar, and that's the only thing I have to do here, other than get
Which
to the
is
end,
going to
right?
be, just go top left. Just keep going up towards the top left, and you'll get it. Because the sacrificial altar's like after the congregation in the middle with like the big statue, the lore statue. Oh, Lord, I'm so excited to see what Kit and Cat Noodle's videos are going to be about PoE 2, Act 1 through Act 3, because like there's some stuff going on, and it's digestible. Sadly, a lot of PoE 1's lore is no longer digestible because Synthesis didn't keep the logs in the game. Which is kind of a shame, because that was like a massive part of the game's storytelling just being removed. Springs. Ah. Aizu, where are you at in the game? Where's your progression at right now?
Breathe this in.
throws the duck.
But if you hear a click, duck.
What if I hear a duck?
I don't think you're allowed to.
Roas aren't ducks.
Not anymore.
It's just so absurdly fun. So I just walk around and I just shovel knight people, and then if they get into my area of effect, I just conk them on the head.
Right now you're completing P4 waystones. Users are going strong. Spirits can rage and make new trees.
How are you? Are you sustaining maps since the changes, or are you still struggling to maintain tier 4s trying to complete them?
Your offerings were directly linked to your minion's current life?
Oh. I can't believe Convocation's not in the game too. Like, that just seems like a miss. And I'm sure, and I'm not even a minion player. I'm sure Aizu probably agrees. Like, that actually feels like a whiff. Like it wasn't even considered and thought about. And it might have something to do with the fact that there's not a traditional minion ascendancy. People are doing minions on Infernalist and stuff, and Gemling, but it's not, like, Necromancer's not in the game, so it's not, there's not a minion ascendancy. So maybe once we get, once the actual summoner proper build is added, yeah, we'll get like Convocation and all those things.
I mean, we still won't have raised specters until full release, likely, right?
I mean, I think it'll be pre-release. I think it'll be in a content patch. I mean, Eldritch Battery was like supposedly not going to be in the early access because it was bugged, and they fixed it within the first 3 days. So it all comes down to like what the team's priorities are. If Bind Spectre's on their like must fix list, I don't think it's gonna be. Maybe it should be, because it'll widen the minion pool from just everybody running Arsonist, and that's the only viable build.
I've heard it's better now that they nerfed Arsonist.
No room.
They're still very strong.
Yeah.
And it's funny because they could be stronger if SRS scaled with fire damage. But it doesn't, so it's like, it's actually kind of nerfed, and it's still that strong.
It begins.
A chance shard.
Oswald.
Don't like it. When I shatter an enemy, the corrupted tentacles don't explode the body. But when I don't freeze an enemy, it does explode the body, and it still makes me feel like I'm about to blow up. Cosmetic on death should not be a thing. Okay, cosmetic on death and harmful on death should not be together. That's where I stand. If you're gonna have one, you can't have the other. And there are a lot of cosmetic on death effects in the game. Ornate belt. Hee.
Gotta go back. Clerics sometimes decide to revive the offering, causing it to end early. That one I find very funny.
And there's us, epical players. Do Reavers only scale with like your scepter damage, or do they scale? I mean, well, obviously making damage on the tree, but
Killing should be dirty and disgusting, not glorified.
I think the only
I am trying to sacrifice a heart.
I think the only thing that I've like considered doing a weapon swap for, which right now on all of my characters I've like thought about making, I don't want to spend points to travel to weapon swap nodes at this stage of the game. But the only weapon swap I've been considering using is weapon swap for curse.
Let's see what happens.
Because you could just have a weapon swap that goes to like conductivity or something like that, and then that weapon swap will have just like a bunch of curse effect, and then by the time you swap back, it'll still maintain the curse effect, and then every time you reapply the curse, you just swap. But then again, it's also automated, so you won't even have to swap it. Just by casting the curse, it'll swap for you with a slight delay. Which I'm excited to toy around with, but I don't feel like playing with it right now. Oh my. Let's see.
Come on, guys, let me through. I gotta speed run this.
Smoke him out!
Large bug. Oh dear, the row up. I was itching my leg. The collection grows.
Got another unique.
No, I got another clean heavy belt. I have an entire tab dedicated to clean heavy belts.
What's your chance unique that you're looking for?
I'm not looking for anything. I just think it would be cool to chance into a headhunter because it would be funny.
Oh right, it's a heavy belt now, isn't it?
Yeah. Ain't no leather belts in this game. Oh wait, oh wow. We don't believe in leather at GGG.
Is this the way out and I just like completely gated by it without paying attention? It probably is.
Wow.
Yeah, it totally is. A black chambers.
Darkened chambers.
Do hope they don't change a few side bosses because you can desecrate their bodies, meaning you'd also be able to specter them. I mean, depending on the bosses, I don't even know how crazy that
They've
would
already
be.
changed several of them. Because the beetle farm got nerfed. The beetle farm got ruined, or
Oh wait, you could
changed.
desecrate and rekill the beetle?
the ninth treasure in Keth.
Yeah.
And people did that for hours with rarity gear on just to farm currency. I think Ziz did it for 10 hours on stream one day, and then held just a bunch of podcasts with other PoE players while he was doing it, just to talk and keep himself occupied. Because yeah, the ninth treasure of Keth had a very large loot rarity modifier naturally on it because it's a jewel beetle. And so if you go in there with like 60 to 100 rarity or more, you're walking out with just loads of stuff. GCPs out the butt, lesser and greater, jewelers. I saw several people find perfected jewelers orbs in there doing that beetle run. Keep in mind that that's only Act 5, and it's just like They were just getting loads of stuff. There's also another farm that I don't know if it got nerfed yet, but there's another farm people were doing in the Matland waterways. The cabin witch that you kill there, she has the checkpoint right next to her, so if you kill her and then desecrate the body, you can just respawn at checkpoint and kill her over and over again, but I don't know if they nerfed that one too. There's a lot of people on Reddit who are mad about the beetle getting nerfed. And I'm like, I get it. And they were like, why would you nerf a farm? It's a, you know, currency's hard enough to come across already. And I'm like, yeah, but it ruins the market. Because not everybody's gonna be doing it. It's one of those it's kind of like Affliction running Magic Find. It's like, yeah, not everybody's doing it, but it's so powerful that you're hurting yourself not doing it. We don't need to go back to 5 divine mage bloods. We don't need to exist in that world anymore.